All right, so today we're gonna be, well, I already built one, but I'm gonna do a walkthrough build of tower event for Science Olympiad Division C. Tomorrow's our day of competition, and so I have one tower built. I need to build another tower for the other team. The tower structure I used from the Boston engineering videos. I'll pop up the plan for the plan that I have, the blueprint that I'm using for this tower. So for this first tower, obviously 4 legs, 1/8 by 1/8 thick, 61.5 centimeters long. These first two crosses, first two pairs across, the first two crosses right here are also 1/8 thickness. Then these middle four, middle four, middle four were, middle three are 1/16 by 1/16, and then the other five sets of crosses were done with 1/20 by 1/20 thickness wood. So since we have two teams as well, the second tower that I'm going to build, it's going to basically, nothing changes with these legs. I'm just testing differences in the crosses, right? So I'm thinking that maybe these crosses right here just add to the mass of the tower without contributing much in regards to the weight it holds. So I'm probably going to reduce, I haven't decided yet, I'm not going to reduce these two from 1/8 to like 1/16 to 1/16, something in the middle between those two. And then these crosses right here that were 1/16 by 1/16, I was either going to keep them. I'm thinking about maybe increasing just slightly increasing thickness. And obviously I'm creating those strips used with this Boston stripper, so it's adjustable based on whatever I twist it to, as long as the crosses are uniform. And then these upper four right here crosses, which are 1/20 by 1/20, maybe these two I keep as 1/20, but then these three right here I'll change to 1/16 by 1/16, and this way I'll just see maybe what's optimal if these are not needed. So let's begin.
Heaven must have sent you stars above. Heaven must have sent you stars above.
It's 1:51 a.m., so I gotta keep it down, but both towers are now finished. This is the second tower that I just built. As you can see, the lower level legs are significantly shorter, or not shorter, sorry, my mind's messed up, but the dimensions are significantly less, and where I took away from the lower legs here, I added thickness to the middle legs here and the upper legs here. So these are 1/16 by 1/16, while these are 1/20 by 1/20, right? So you have really thin, really thick, and like medium. But here you have like a little bit more than medium, again, a little bit more than medium, and like medium, I'd say. So I think we have a good shot. Both of these are competing in the tournament. I'm just gonna give this one to Gray team, this one to our team, and hopefully they do well. Thank you. I guess actually before I go, I should show you the plane that I built too for the tournament for flight. It's from Freedom Flight Kit. Okay, so here's the plane that I also built. So this is from the Freedom Flight Kit. my teammate built the Guru kit set. We were just trying to see, which plane was better. Guru is a lot heavier than this plane. It's mylar film. It's like very thick and translucent rather than transparent and ultra thin. The good parts of that plane is it's relatively easy to build. Less parts, right? You don't have an angle of the wing, it's just a flat wing. But again, with ease, also with less complexity, also, the plane's also, a bit less like good at flying, I'd say. So yeah, we tested that plane. It didn't fly very well. It just kept going down. Added weight to the back, it still kept going down. Whereas this plane, I think it's very, very light. Like the mylar film, I don't even know, this balsa wood is very, very light as well. The wings, yeah, rather than using balsa wood for the tips of the wing, it uses this plastic rod, thin plastic black rod. Yeah, so you got the wings. They're also angled at a 16-degree angle. This is ultimately have lift on this, right? We have a leading edge for the plane and then a trailing edge. Kind of creates, you can kind of see, this trailing edge obviously like falls down, so there's a lift on the plane. Like it can even kind of float air when I drop it. Beyond that, everything, this plane's supposed to go in like a left circle, so when I throw it, it just goes in this left circle around the gym during competition. Yeah, so from the nose hook up here, it's kind of it's cuts to the left, and I also beveled the side over here, beveled the right side, so again it turns left. So because obviously I don't want it to go into a wall, so the optimal strategy is just go in a circle around and around and around. Yeah, and again, especially because of how delicate this plane is, it just I couldn't bear to watch. Like we were doing some test runs the other day, and as soon as I threw the plane, I just closed my eyes and had to turn away. I couldn't bear to watch like 7 hours of work just break apart completely. So yeah, hopefully competition, it still lasts so we can use this plane. Obviously we have another, there's another plane from the kit that I'm going to build, but hopefully I can still use this one. Is that it? Yeah, so we don't know the exact time that this is, we're aiming for like a minute. Last year our plane flew 7 seconds. Might as well have made a paper airplane, right? So yeah, these are the two builds that I have going over, that I have competing in John Overton. So tower, I guess I should explain tower a little bit too, but yeah, no, tower's pretty self-explanatory. You got a block weight right here and a chain that hangs all the way down into a bucket of sand. You pour the sand in there and see how much sand you can hold. Like so basically how much weight the tower can hold. And then there's a formula where based on the tower's mass, how much it holds, and then you get a score from that. And then plane, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's a rubber motor, you wind it up, you throw it, however long it stays in the air, your time, who has the best time. So hopefully I'll include a clip of how the competitions go, good or bad, and I can, it'll be a good result. Okay, John Overton happened a couple days ago, and I can proudly say that we got first in tower. Yeah, so the tower, as you can see, is still intact. So fortunately, the tower was able to hold the entire mass of the sand bucket. I'll play a video of during competition. And so, basically, the tower, our tower that we ended up using for green team weighed in at like around 10 grams. And gray team was like 15 grams. And both towers, again, held the entire mass load, which was just 15 kilograms. Slight brag, but we actually held 17 kilograms. But in the end, it doesn't matter. So for tower, what we're gonna end up trying to fix, we're gonna try some different designs now that we have more time, and mostly that's just gonna be like the overall design. I think we still use, but like designs, maybe like number of crosses, again, testing those thickness of crosses, how the thickness should be distributed, throughout the tower and things like that. And so hopefully we can get the bridge mass down, ideally to like 6-7 grams, and for it to hold the same load, because it's pointless that the tower stays intact like this, because we don't really get a bonus for holding the entire mass. So it's better to just have the tower snap at like 14.9 kilograms and get the mass down to get the score up. But yeah, pretty good results. First place tower will take that. Flight, on the other hand, it's a different story. Okay, so earlier I was talking about the goal for flight to be like around a minute, and laughing at the fact that last year's plane flew for like 4 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a video of what our flight did this year. So after seeing that, I know that was horrible, but we still managed to play 7th because other teams were tiered based on like box size. So we kind of took advantage of the rules there, but there's no shame in the game. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, so fortunately our plane's still intact, but it's even less intact than the tower. Like the nose hook at the front, what happened on the flight was it like fell after the first run. The nose hook, after the plane hit the ground, it just like tore apart. Well, it didn't tear apart, but like it broke off. And so we were in the dilemma of trying to glue it back together, or just keeping it as is and just throwing it again. So we ended up doing that. Obviously we knew it was going to be a good time, but we just wanted to get like 4 seconds. Yeah, because initially another problem that happened was on the first, when we were winding up the plane, we had like the rubber band motor attached here. And so when you attach that rubber band motor, obviously it's going to start spinning. So you got to hold the propeller up here so it doesn't move. And then you're holding the propeller and then you throw. But what ended up happening was, I don't know, I'm going to try to show you. But if you see that like tiny little, let me move the tower. If you see right here, let me try to get a better angle. If you see if you see, okay, good, whatever. You can see there's like a little pin hook thing like right here on the edge of the propeller, or like on the outside of the propeller. And so what happened was, shout out Rashab, my partner, but we were winding the plane, and then after we winded, he gave me the propeller to hold because I was gonna be doing a throw. And I ended up cutting my like entire finger on this little propeller thing. So I was holding it, but then the propeller just went out of control and started spinning. And so this little nail pin thing just started slicing against my finger, and then my whole hand was covered in blood. The judges even felt bad. Like, they're supposed to keep a timer going throughout the event. You have like 8 minutes to get 2 trials for the plane. But they were like, man, just go wash your hand. Like, we'll give you extra time. Like, yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, the cut's pretty deep. I don't know, it's fixed now, but I don't know. There's still a little, laceration mark there. But overall, not bad. 7th place. Obviously we need to work on it. We have another kit to build. I've lost it, so I have no idea where that is, but I'm gonna try to find it soon and fix this one up. The plane isn't bad. I just gotta fix up the nose hook here. Next time, be more careful about where I'm putting my hand. I guess to recap John Overton, my study events went pretty well. These 2 builds went decent. I wish flight would have got first, but there's always time to fix it for regional and state competitions. I lost some sleep, lost some of my finger, but it was a great experience, and I definitely this is definitely one of the not highlights of my senior year, but just a good memory to have. And if anybody else has similar fun science Olympiad experiences, I'd love to see it and hear you guys, maybe comment it or talk about it. And yeah, hopefully the rest of the Science Olympiad year goes well, and I improve on these builds even more, and we get even better results.